Okay, it's the 2nd of August when I'm recording this, though this actually came yesterday, on the 1st of August. But this should be my next lot of Hachette bits. And we should have a new binder in here. Now, it is worth noting, the binders are not free. The first one is, but all the other ones you have to pay for, which, yeah, to be honest, in terms of the binders, like, I would rather get the binders free than have these free crap gifts. Like, the mug, which I have no idea what I did with it. I saw it literally yesterday. Like, stuff like that. So I'd rather have the binders free than anything else. Ooh, that is a big box. That is a big box. So this one has number 27 to 30. And this one is 58.95. Right. So yeah, I think the binders, I think they're £11, which, so that's about right in terms of the invoice. Yeah, I don't know what issue that goes with though. Oh, that's disappointing. Also, it's bent. It is a bit bent. Yeah. That is a bit bent like that. I thought they'd be different each time, but no, it's the exact same binder. Yeah, it's a little bit bent. See if I can just doing that, hopefully straighten it out, because I don't want to have to sing for a new one. But yeah, that's a bit bent there, like that. It isn't damaged. I don't know if I'll sing for another one or not, because it will actually eventually probably go like that. I think it's because it has stuff, heavy stuff on top of it. It's made it sort of bend. And the thing it could have done with having something in between to try and stop it from bending. But me just bending it back a bit has actually straightened it out a little bit there. It's better than it was. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, this bent, especially considering, you know, I'm paying for this. If it was a free gift, that'd be one thing, but, you know, I'm paying for this. I'm paying quite a bit for this binder, which obviously, you know, is just a piece of cardboard. Yeah, close enough there. I'll put that up there for now, out of the way. Number 28. That one's number 30. That's number 29. Oh, are you joking? Why do that with the magazine? Why do that with the magazine? I was thinking that this one didn't come with one, but it does. Why fold it round the side like that? Like, literally, the magazine is just an afterthought. It's just, you know, the glorified instructions. I think I'll put, though, I think that I'll put these 5 in the first binder. I'm not sure, there's no clear instructions on it, but considering this is number 27, it would be odd to have 26 per binder, so I'll put these ones in the other one. But yeah, whatever it is, it's a big bit, because we're starting on the neck section today. I know some people were annoyed that the neck is made of plastic, but the reason that is, and there's a very good and simple reason why, is because it's all controlled by a tiny motor. And basically, if that was metal, even aluminium, you know, it would weigh considerably more, and having that all done by one tiny motor I can understand why. Would it have been better if it was metal? Absolutely. But I can see the reasoning why. I can see the reasoning why it was done that way. Ooh. Right, oh. We got things. I should have got the other parts out ready, but I didn't. I never do, hardly. Alright, so that's all one piece, that piece. So there's the upper section, which I imagine I'll be screwing onto it. What am I doing with them? Put stuff over there. There we go. Let's have a look at the actual instructions, shall we? Right, next section. Good, you've had a look. Now I'm going to actually have a look at this. Okay, we get some wires and a bit of circuitry here. Right. So we need to put bit B onto the back of there. Is that just clicking? Or am I screwing it in? I don't see any screws, so I'm assuming it clicks in. Okay, those are the two little circuit board bits with the wires attached. Come on, open up. Alright, so it must just pressure fit into place. And then the only other thing in that box is some AP screws, which I will just put to the side. Okay. Does it matter on which way this goes in? Let me just check the diagram. I don't think it matters. I'm putting it in the same way it shows in the diagram anyway, which the way it shows is basically this bit has a little line just at the bottom there, plastic there, so that's the way it shows it in the instructions, and that's the way I'm just, you know, hopefully pressure fitting it in. Doesn't want to go. I think it's slightly bent, actually, slightly at an angle. Oh, there we go. If we start with the top and do one at a time, there we go. Okay, that's in. Hooray, hunky-dory. Happy days. Is the focus working? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Now we need to screw on circuit board C. Okay. Are these two actually different to each other? No, they've got the exact same information and everything on them. Everything is the same. Notice though their little push. Look at that little push switch. Push switch on both sides. Okay, that is very thin wire as well. They do feel pretty fragile. Right. So, one of these goes on here, and presumably the other one is going on there. So they just line up like that, with the switch poking through the bottom there. So, and screw them on, and let me just check in the instructions, I'm sure it'll be, yep. So you do the exact same with the one on there, the other side as well. And then that's it for this issue, so I'm going to go and do that off camera, and I'll see you back. Okay, so those are two bits are now screwed in place, and that, so presumably something's going to go in there to push the switches And that, I imagine, actually, this is probably going to be something to do with the mutant reveal, actually. That's actually exactly what they're probably to do with. Maybe to activate a sound effect or something, possibly. I don't know. But, you know, it's 2 switches up there. Anyway, so that was issue 27. Let's grab the box back over. There's 28. 28. Excuse me. Cardboard box. I'll cut that tape there now. Alright. Actually, speaking of something of which, I don't think the next lot of issues, but the issues after that, one of the two, they're starting on the skirt. Yeah, which is a bit irritating because then I hate it when you've got multiple bits to basically keep an eye on. Oh look, whatever happened to those 2 Daleks that Terry Nation made? They were rumored to be 2 prototypes of Dalek toys that never came to light. And that there's an interesting thing about that on Dalek 6888. Right. So we're sticking with this next section here, and it looks like we're putting the mesh on. Which doesn't have the right design, actually. The mesh. That is actually the wrong design. It matches more the classic series Daleks, actually, more than the new series ones. But the way the mesh is... I'm just going to have a look at the finished thing just to make sure. Yeah, that is wrong. The design of that is actually incorrect. The mesh on the NSDs actually doesn't go crisscross all over like that. It actually is basically goes along like that with little individual bits in between the way the mesh goes. That's more similar to the classic series Dalek mesh than the NSDs one. And that, you know, there's a lot of things here where you notice them, and the thing is, it's like you go, because the thing is, the price you're paying for all of this, you just go, you know, obvious things. Right, so we need piece A, which not those bits. Accumulates in here. I might need to swap the camera battery actually at some point. Well, this is it, piece A. In fact, it has A written on there. I don't know. Is the focus working again? But it does have A written on there. There we go. Just there. Lovely jubbly. Right. Okay, let's get the neck again. So, piece A slides into here. I've got it upside down. Or is it the right? Which way around is it meant to go? Okay. So it's with these bits sticking out. And it goes on this way around. Okay. So it goes on here like this. Looks like it's going to be a tight fit. There we go. But there you go. It's slid on there like that. Yeah, I was actually filming my laser screwdriver review yesterday at the time of recording this. And I don't know if you noticed this. I think the camera compensated, but two of my 3 lights that I was using at the time ran out of battery during the video. Yeah. I think the camera compensated with its white balance though, but yeah, the batteries just died during it. It's weird, I haven't used them in ages. Right, so now you get this piece, which is piece number 1, and it has a 1 written on it just there. Lovely. And that slides onto this section here. I'm hoping you can see this because I certainly can't. I don't want to call it now, but so far there's been nothing too bad. Okay, that doesn't want to stay on there. I'm hoping we're screwing... Okay, it doesn't like we're screwing it on because this doesn't want to stay flush on there. It keeps popping back up there. So, yeah, the other one can pretty much stay pressure fit on. That one, it needs to be screwed down. It will not stay on there. Yeah, that is just not staying on. Though it is designed to screw things in, so... Oh, there's a lot of screwing business happening. So it's on there, and now... Wow, there's a lot of screws to screw in. So I'm going to go off and do all of them right now. Okay, focusing, working. Put all those screws there in place there now. This is all good, so it's all in place there. Right, next steps. What are we doing now? Oh, looks like pretty much more of the same type of thing. I'll show the rest of the thing. So, okay, so not quite the same, almost the same thing. And then the panel goes over there. So, okay, so we take, where is it? This bit here, which is labelled B. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. There it is, B. And B goes onto this section here. And hopefully it should just slide in. There we go. Oh, it's in there. Lovely. And now I've got 3, I think it's, yeah, FP screws to screw into there. So I'll quickly go off and do that. Okay, so that is being screwed into place there, and now what it looks like I need to do is feed the wires from the top all the way down. So on this side, these wires here, I'm going to have to first of all untangle them, which hopefully should be simple enough. Yeah, actually, yeah, not too bad. And untangle them, and let's see, so you feed them. So you feed them through that little hole there at the top. So let me just do that now. And there's actually little cut out little notches there to put the wire along. And then you feed it through the little... Do you feed it through the hole in the bottom? Yes, you do. You feed it through that little hole in the bottom there. Come on, there we go. So, there you go. It is quite a long wire. But presumably this is probably going to go where the main circuit board is. So yeah, that's a pretty long wire that goes all the way in there. What I might do now to stop that wire from like going all over the place is I'm going to get some masking tape and bunch up the rest of the wire again, and just going to I'm just going to tape it in place down here just to stop it from going all over the place until it's needed. But yeah, I've left some slack at the top and that as well there. And now we place the mesh panel in place. Which looks like it just pressure fits for now. Presumably we screw it on later. Just make sure that wire's in there, out of the way. And yeah, there we go. So that'll be screwed in properly later when we put probably panels and that on there. So yeah, that bit is done there. So that's issue. What issue is this? 28. So that's 28 done. And the bin. So now it's on to 29. Right, let's open this up. Oh, I've got a feeling we're going to be doing more of the same on the other side. So before my battery dies, which looks like it is. Oh, they actually have got the mesh right. Okay. They've got a bit that goes over the top. Okay, that is good. So it looks like we're putting that on first. And I will go do that and also swap the battery on this camera. Okay, all I did there was actually just change the battery in the camera. I'm actually using my old camera from ages ago. Remember this one? I'm actually just going to use that as a battery charger, which I've done a few times for the other one. So yeah, that can charge, because they both use the same battery. Handy, useful little thing. I've no idea if that's charging or not. Oh, it is. There's the indicator light. Right. So it's all that about them getting the mesh wrong. Turns out, no, they are getting them right. Okay. Because that's the design I'm talking about for the mesh. That is the correct design for the mesh. And that is sliding over the top of what we have done so far. Like, literally not a lot to this one. Literally there's 3 steps and you're finished. So yeah, this is going to be a quicker issue. Well, I'm hoping anyway. Okay, that looks so much better. Infinitely better. Yeah, so I'm happy now. So I retract everything I said before. And then we've got, in here, I think these are metal. Are they all plastic? No, they're plastic. Got these bronze sections here, which need to be screwed into place. This way around, and I believe are they identical? Yep, they're identical to each other. That one does have a couple of marks on the top, I noticed. A slight little niggle on there. Whatever. So yeah, they fit on basically like that, and I'm going to go off and screw them on there off camera. Okay, so those 2 bits are screwed in on there, nice and solid. So that is issue 29, and now we go on to issue 30. Which is the last one in this box. To be honest, I'm tempted to keep that box. They've actually sent in a thick cardboard box this time, not a flimsy one. That is thick, proper cardboard. Because that could be useful. There we go, issue 30. Okay, so we're finally starting with some neck rings and that there. It's annoying that the ones at the back aren't metal slightly, because, you know, the ones at the back, there's less of a reason for them not to be. The ones at the front, you know, there's a reason to be. Ones at the back, Ooh. It's a good job that little bit there's at the back there, because there's a little bit of a sort of a misshape in the plastic there, or gouge. Just there. And I don't know how well this is showing on camera. I guess there's a bit, but hopefully it shouldn't be noticeable once it's actually on the thing. I think these two bits are identical. Yep, there they are. They do feel quite cheap, to be fair. They do feel a bit cheap. I think you are meant to click these together like that, just show that. Yeah, that is literally the first step. So click these together, hooray! This one was already pretty much done for me, but there we go. Click the bottom to the top bit, and these are both identical. I think they look pretty much identical. Oh, that one wasn't quite clicked in there. There we go. Right. And then presumably we are screwing them on. So if I show the instructions here. Oh, we do have two little pieces as well. Right. So we screw them in first, and then put the little bits on top. So I'll do that first bit first, and then I'll then come back. So yeah, I'll actually mention this now, actually, just while I'm doing it. So the easiest way to get this on is to actually get it on a little bit at an angle, like that. And then what it does is you push it down, and it slides down and then clicks into place. Like that. There we go, just push it in. Hey! And it's clicked into place, and then I can put the two screws in, which I've already done on the top bit. But what I'll be doing next, I'll show what I'll do next, and then just do it all in one go off camera, just to make it easier. Oh, we only get two of these. God. Sometimes they do feel like they're artificially stretching it, but yeah, we only get the first two top. God, we only get so these are the covers for them, which obviously cover up the screws. These are actually, so I'll just put these on now. Actually, these are just pressure fit into place, and we only get the first two of them. We have to wait for the next issue to get the rest. But these just pressure fit. In place, like that. One there, other one there. So, yeah, yeah, I try to be as nice as I can about this kit as I can, but sometimes it does feel, honestly, like in some areas, like they're really cheaping it out. Also, the Dalek Mutant, because I would have liked to have gotten one of them, you know, just an extra one loose just to have. You cannot get them to save the life of you. They've been out of stock on the website for ages, and people are selling them on eBay for an absolute fortune. People who aren't even buying the kits, just for the mutant itself, because it is really nice. Though they will make more of them and that, but I've heard that apparently some people who have, you know, had a subscription but are lower down in the pecking order than I am, have basically not been receiving their issue 19s and are still waiting for it. But yeah, that's it, and that's the end of issue 30, so at least there's no more bits that I got. I'll put a bit more tape on that, actually, that wire, just so it doesn't catch anything more. I'll put a little bit more tape on. There we go. Just to keep that wire from tangling and that. But by the next issue we'll be doing more of that, moving on to this side, and by the next 4 issues I think we'll have... Ooh, there we go, straighten that out a bit, that wasn't straight there. I think by the next 4 issues I get, this section will be complete, and then that attaches to the other bit of the inside the mutants. So yeah, so I think... Ooh, it's silver. Silver there, much. I think by next issue, not next month, but the month after, and that, well, by the end of this year, you know, by the end of the year, we'll have hopefully finished the neck and started on the skirt, or at least most of it. I'll have to have a relook at the issues, actually, because you can download them from the website and that, so I do have a look in advance to see where we're going. Annoyingly, the base itself is several more bits than it really needs to be, unfortunately, but yeah. Pardon me, that's just the way it goes. But at least this issue, nice and simple, you know, nothing was too complicated or extremely fiddly and that. Everything was just screwing things in, and nothing of it was, you know, too fiddly or too difficult. And that, because that's basically the thing here. Nothing's been particularly difficult. A lot of it has just been very, very fiddly. So, but yeah, join me in a month's time where I get the next 4 issues. So yeah, there we go, everyone. There we go.